Hey everyone, welcome to Miss Mini Penny. So today's video is going to be my week 1 cash stuffing of June. It is a little bit late, so I did say I was going to cash stuff on Thursday once I'd been to the vets with Casper on the Wednesday, but unfortunately I came down with a full-blown cold. And yeah, it's taken me until now to feel like I can not cough throughout the video and yeah, film this video. So yeah, a client thought it was a good idea to come in on the Friday just gone, saying that she'd got over the worst of her cold, but she still had a tissue, she was still sniffling, you could see she was still bunged up. So I knew straight away that I was going to get ill and catch what she had, which I did do. So on the Tuesday, I came down with a little bit of a sore throat, runny nose, and then on the Wednesday, it was a full-blown cold. So I was sneezing, coughing. I did have my vet appointment on the Wednesday. Luckily, I had some mask left over from COVID, so I popped a mask on, let the vet know obviously it wasn't COVID, it was just a cold, and the vet was like, oh, I really appreciate you wearing a mask if you're not feeling well. Obviously, I had the common sense to wear a mask to not pass it on to someone else. But yeah, that appointment couldn't be rescheduled or cancelled. It was an important one to see, to have more bloods done to see what Casper's infection was doing. So I will speak more about Casper as well in a second. So yeah, so on the Wednesday I wasn't well. On the Thursday, I was meant to be off in the afternoon anyway because my mum was going out, so I had to be at home to watch Casper. I did go in the morning and do a treatment, even though I wasn't 100%. So kind of the worst of the cold came out on the Wednesday, and then on the Thursday it was more of a cough, a few sneezes. So I did contact the clients and let them know and tell them obviously I had this cold. Did they want to reschedule, or were they happy to come in? I'd be wearing a mask, and they were happy to come in and have the treatment done. And again, even on the phone, the client was like, I really appreciate you calling me and letting me know. Yeah, just common sense. So so they came in and had the treatment done on the Thursday. The Friday I was off anyway because my mum was going out. I thought she was going out in the day and it was actually in the evening, so I'd booked the whole day off. So me and my mum went to the cemetery in the morning, decided to go and put some flowers down at the cemetery for my dad on the Friday because today is Father's Day and a Sunday. So I thought the cemetery was going to be probably really busy today. So we did that on the Friday. Then I went and did my weekly shop, which was on the way back down from the cemetery. So did that, kind of made me have another think about my budget because that came just under £25. Yeah, and then I also started my 13th list of 13 to do things, which I'll go through on my bingo card as well in a second. So yeah, it's been a bit of a week. Casper's not been great. I've been ill, not been at work as much. Oh, and then on the Saturday, so I was off on the Friday, coughing. I think once you have a cold, it just goes onto your chest, like the last bits of it. So I was just coughing, and then I had clients in on the Saturday, and I just didn't want to be coughing all the way through, wearing a mask and coughing. And so one of the other girls said that she'd cover for me, which I really did appreciate. So she did the treatments on the Saturday, but obviously it meant that I missed out on a day's pay on the Saturday as well. So which is why I'm only doing the week 1 cash stuff today. On Tuesday, I probably will have to dip into my envelope challenge to do week 2 and week 3 to kind of catch up with my June cash stuffings, because like I said, I've been off sick, I've had time off work because I've had to be at home because no one to watch Casper. Yeah, and obviously Casper's vet fees and things obviously I'm still paying for those things as well. So yeah, it's been a week, and today, like I said, is Father's Day. My dad passed away on the 6th of January 2023, so I won't be doing anything to celebrate today. One of my friends actually messaged me before, which is really sweet, and said, thinking of you. So yeah, that's my good friend Sarah, who watches my videos as well. So yeah, I really appreciate that. So moving on to Casper, I don't want to do this intro and make it too long. So we went to the vets on the Wednesday with Casper, had his bloods done, and we got some good news and some bad news. So the good news was his infection was indicator was coming down. It wasn't down fully, so he had to start another course of antibiotics, which I paid for. He also had more bloods done, but this time it included the kidneys in the blood test. which was more expensive, but obviously we need to see what his kidneys were doing. His heart rate was actually up, which was good. So he was diagnosed with bradycardia, which is a low heart rate, but it was actually up to 60 from 40, which was amazing. So we're just hoping it keeps on getting better with the infection under control. But then the bad news was kind of his kidneys. So whenever anyone has an infection, even humans, your kidneys take a hit. So the more infections you have, the more of a hit your kidneys take. Even though your kidneys regenerate, they get to a point where they've been hit so many times that they don't regenerate to function as well. So every time they get a hit, they don't regenerate as much, if that makes sense. So that's when you get to the point where you have kidney failure and dialysis, all that kind of stuff. So Casper's kidneys have taken a hit because of the infection. So she gave him some medication to kind of maintain his healthy kidneys, like try and restore them a bit quicker. And she's also put him on a renal diet for the month as well. So we're not going back until a month's time, which is the 11th of Wednesday, the 11th of July, I think it is, or 9th of July, something like that. So he's on the renal diet food. Luckily, thankfully, my mum paid for the renal diet food as well, which came to £50, and that covered us for a month, and that was with delivery as well. So because I'd paid for the full bloods and more antibiotics, and the full bloods, and his arthritis injection he had done at the same time. We thought, while we're at the vets, because it distresses them going to the vets, so we thought might as well just get everything done in one go. So he had that as well, his arthritis injection. So as you can imagine, it was quite expensive. So yeah, so my mum paid for the food, which I'm so grateful for. So, but last night he's doing well. He was playing with his ball and being a bit more active, and yeah, he's doing well. I'm just hoping he hasn't caught my cold that I had, because he seems to be sneezing a little bit, a bit of a runny nose. So yeah, I'm just hoping that it's well, he's on antibiotics and things, so we should be okay. So and I don't know if dogs can catch human colds. I have no idea, but yeah, we'll see. I'm kind of over the worst of my cold now, so I'm just hoping now the next couple of days that he just keeps on improving. But like I said, he was playing and everything last night, and he was near enough back to normal, barking away, so which was really good to see. So today's video, as I mentioned, is my first cash stuffing of June. So before I do my cash stuff, I just want to go through the budget, because it has changed slightly from when I did the video previously. So I've got £1,000 here, and then my rent 355. My phone bill has actually gone up, so that's £53. So I need to round this to 55. So I don't know if you can see here. So yeah, I'll try and do the same time. So you've got the 1,000 minus the 355 for the rent, minus, I need to round this up to 55 now, which is 590. And then I need to minus the 80 for my bus ticket, and then I was going to do £20 for my weekly shop, but when I went shopping yesterday it came to just under 25, which is more realistic. I think I'm going to struggle if I just keep it as 20, so I'm going to up that to 25 again. So that's minus the 100 is 410, and then I need to minus the 200 for my help to buy, which leaves me with 210. And then from there I've got minus the 40 times 4. Oh, that went wrong. Anyway, I'll just go through this bit. So yeah, so then once I've taken away the 200, leaves me with 210. 210 minus the 40, minus the 40, minus the 40, minus the 40, leaves me with £50. So I'm going to stick with the £40 for cash stuffing, leaves me with £50. And then what I've decided to do is minus 40 for my 40th. And instead of the 25 for emergency fund, I'm just going to see what I can do with the cash stuffing, putting money in for that. And it leaves me with £10, and that £10 is going to go to Christmas. So it just means that this 25 here for emergency fund, I won't be putting in separately. I'll be putting it in when I do my cash stuffing, if that makes sense. But yeah, just try to work it around that increase in the phone bill and still trying to prioritise my Help to Buy and cash stuffing binder, all that kind of stuff. So saying that, let's move on to the cash stuffing. So first thing we're going to do is the £40 for my 40th. So we've got 20, 40. So this is kind of a priority as well, because my next birthday is my big birthday. So I need to start putting money in here because I do want to do something special. I don't want to have no money to not be able to do anything. So that is going in there. Then we have £10, which is for Christmas, which is going to go in here for special occasions. So I've got my Grinch green and the red hat as well. So the face is 5 and the hat's 5. It feels good to be colouring these back in. So yeah, like I said, my next cash stuffing, I probably will have to dip into my envelope challenge money to do week 2 and week 3 to catch up for the month of June. I've already dipped into my envelope challenge anyway, because as I go through my bingo card in a minute, you'll see that I've spent some money on something. So yeah, that will just maybe have to take a hit this month with how things are going. So yeah, that is £10, which is now going into, so the first £10 going back into Christmas, which feels good to have a little bit of money now going back in there. Excuse my nails as well if they're looking a bit dark. I did dye my hair last night. I thought I just needed to feel better. So yeah, I just dyed my hair last night. Give that a waft. So that is in here. So the next thing we're going to move on to is my envelope challenge. So I should have 40 here: 10, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Yeah, so £40. So this is my cash stuffing money now. So I'm going to put £10 in here. So that's £10 going into the money tin. So just cross, can you see? Yeah. Cross that off on here. So that's £10 going in. So we've got 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, and 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. 150 in there. So I will put this in the money tin. So yeah, pleased with that. 150 in this money tin. Fold that way. I always say this, but I'm not looking forward to opening the tin. I'm not a fan of the tins, but I just want to get them used. So that's a £10 one. Then we're going to move on to my cash stuffing here. So, oh, what should I colour the burger? I don't have a brown. Oh, what should I colour the burger? This is going to be a hard one. Well, it looks like it's got cheese and lettuce. So let's put some, is that cheese? I'm guessing so. Cheese and lettuce. I'm guessing that's lettuce. What can I use to colour the bun? No idea. Oh, tomato. Let's put tomato on there. Let's do a red tomato. I think I'm just going to have to leave it as that because I don't have any kind of brown colours to be able to colour the burger or the bun. So yeah, just have to leave it as that for that one. So that is my first burger coloured for May. So these are £10 each, and I've got £10 here to go in. So yeah, so I've got 2 more to colour in on there. So I'll probably do one next week when I do week 2 and week 3, and then one when I do week 4 as well. So that works out perfectly. Then we've got 5, 10, 15, 20 in 5s. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll the dice, but start from here because they're worth 10. 4. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Health and wellness. What did I say? Every time I roll the dice, health and wellness comes up. So these are worth £5 each. So that's the first 5 going in. So that's for health and wellness. Feels so good to be putting some money back into this binder. So that's the first 5 gone in. 2, 1, 2. Holidays is going to get 5. That's great. That's in there. Leave it there. 2, 1, 2. House. So this is going to get 5, and it is the baby pink. My Help to Buy is at 8,600 at the moment because I did put the £200 maximum in already for June. So the next payment I can put in is £200 in July. But this is going to be a kind of boost. If one month that I can't afford to put the full 200 in, then hopefully the money that I've got saved in here will cover any money that I need to put in. So that's £5 in house. And then we've got one more 5. Should I roll again or put it in house? Let's roll again. 2, 1, 2. Investments. Should I put it investments or no? Let's go for the original. Let's put it in house. Because as I said, getting this Help to Buy back up to 12,000 is a priority. So, and my investments is around 1,500 at the moment. So let's get this Help to Buy back up. There we go. So got £10 now into my Help to Buy. That is that. Perfect. So yeah, that is my video for today. Oh, one last thing I'll just go through is my bingo card. So let's just get this out of here. So still working on my things on here. So I've got a few more to complete before mid-year, which is the 2nd of July, I believe. So we've got Watch Frozen the Musical on Disney Plus. So we all know now that is coming out on the 20th of June, which I'm so excited for, which I will definitely be watching. Don't think I'll watch it on the 20th because I'll be working, and on the Saturday as well. But definitely on the Sunday, I will definitely sit down and watch that. So that's Frozen the Musical. Then we have spa date at Buxton. So me and my friend booked to go for our spa date in Buxton on the 2nd of July, which is the mid-year point. So some money from my envelope challenge I used to pay for that because you had to pay up front for it and we didn't want to miss out on the date. We both had that date off. So yeah, so that's booked, ready for the 2nd. Next thing I mentioned was my 13th dad to-dos. So on Friday the 13th, my dad was born on the 13th of January. And Friday the 13th, I always remember him saying that it was unlucky for some but not for him. So last year I started to do a kind of list of things that I wanted to complete on the 13th of each month. And I had a look back on the Friday the 13th to see where I got up to. And I'd actually got up to the 13th of June last year. So it kind of, where I left off last year, I'm kind of starting from this year. So it kind of all made sense. It kind of all came full circle. So yeah, so on there, for the 13th of June, it was, well, I know there was just one, Cadbury World, an afternoon tea. there was that random one on there that I wanted to do. Oh, the 13th of June one was the Etihad Stadium, so the Manchester City Stadium tour. That's what I want to try and get done for in June. So yeah, so I'm going to look into booking that as well. Again, my envelope challenge may take a hit, but I want to try and get the rest of that list done from June to December. I had things wrote down. So yeah, that's what I'm working on now as well. And then start a blog, a vlog. So I'm hoping today to try and start a blog and a vlog. I've got the whole day at home. I've got nothing else planned. I've already been shopping for the week. Casper's had all his medications for this morning. He's having a nap downstairs. My mum's out at her friend's planning a holiday, whatever they're doing today. So it means I've got the day to myself to try and get my blog and vlog going. I could maybe watch Snow White on Disney Plus, but I want to try and get this done. So yeah, that's my video for today. Hopefully once I tick more of these things off, I'll show you as they are completed as well. But yeah, that's my video for today, and like I said, I'll see you on Tuesday for week 2 and week 3 cash stuffing of June. If you have enjoyed this video or like this video, please do like and comment and subscribe. It feels so good to get some money back into this binder. Yeah, and I'll see you again on Tuesday. Bye.